Hey, welcome back to Penumbra Overture. I'll be starting from the beginning again now now that I have a headset that I could actually hurt on, and I'll be doing it with the game volume a little bit lower. We're going to be running through what I did before rather quickly, but I basically kept the first video more or less for sentimental reasons, and I was personally amused by the dog walking around me and, not seeing me at all. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start with a new game, starting on normal.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made.
Lies.
Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Okay, so loading. Haha, there we go. So let's stow his gear, everything like that. Can't take the map. We'll take a notebook, so you can have a notebook N to jot down interesting information and reminders P. Okay, torch in the desk drawer. Close stick. Of course, it doesn't help that this is a old flashlight, which drains batteries, so one of the few things we do have G for that. Okay, look. Coat there. Coat there. Duffel, probably with stuff we can use. Cans of food. Make a note of, just the few things that we have in this room. And pictures of girls with titties. Lots of stuff. Lots of wonderful stuff. Useful stuff. Hell, look at this. Look at this. Look at this lamp. Look at this lamp. This lamp produces heat. Produces a lot more heat than my flashlight or my glow stick. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect, and you had no idea how to prepare. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after. I knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. Not prepared. Need shelter soon. We need shelter. What are we doing? If I click and hold the interact button, I should just about manage to pick up that rock. The cold's made me weak, but I can still throw things using the exam button, right mouse, when I'm carrying something. Which is needed because... just in case, because, you know, we might forget. There we go. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Flashlight. Look, look, look. Can't see it. Should be able to see it. Obviously out of his mind, you know, cold, hungry, everything like that, because he has no supplies. Creepy noises. Jesus, my head, I can't believe I fell that far and survived. I can't believe you survived at all, period. Steel rod. Flare. Hammer. Swing the hammer holding left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon I can hold down right mouse after the backswing. I should still be able to look around. So, let's go ahead and... Why? Okay, we still have the padlock. Okay, put that there. Gonna put that there. Flare. Come on. We'll wiggle the mouse back and forth and see if there's anything in here. X to put it away. Another flare. Bring the hammer back out. Okay. I think I've gotten everything. Wait, emergency exit procedures. I wish I could see the rest of it. Okay. I'm really using up this flashlight. Let's put away that hammer. Bring the hammer back out. Okay. There we go. Going through this rather quickly, I know. And Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency service at the end of the phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers. All there if something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Okay, if anyone has problems with me reading these things out, go ahead and let me know in the comments. And I'll just leave the screen up so you can pause and whatnot. But I prefer having things read when I'm when I'm listening to Let's Plays, so it's something I figured I'd do. Unless people complain. I jotted a note, just in case. Which means he jotted something on the to-do list. If there could be anything... God damn. There we go, or properly hidden, so on and so forth. Okay, we're looking at this now. We are here. Offices are there. Storage is there. Workshop, explosives, and northern area are further on. Get that. Save batteries. And go to the offices first. Always check your drawers. We've got pills. We've got nothing else. And I'm walking through drawers. Nothing. Nothing. Yes, and I'm quite well aware that I have no memory retention whatsoever. I can't remember what's in each of the drawers and where they are. I remember a few things. Okay. I've already read through this once. I'll go ahead and go through it slowly if you want to read it again if you didn't get the first video. Backstrin. Okay. There we go. Page 2. Okay. And if I'm going through something too quickly, go ahead and let me know. Creepy save point. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. Creepy. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Okay. It is locked. I need a key. I have used a key. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Black match fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create and essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder, but be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing and, as always, due concern is advised. Materials required: string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, and Baxtrin. The string should be coated with a thin layer of Baxtrin, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Dynamite. Invented by Alfred Noble in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It has proved far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin, provided, that is, it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of the diatomaceous earth, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of the explosive liable to detonate on contact. Materials required: 1 part diatomaceous earth, 3 parts nitroglycerin, small amount of sodium carbonate, and then simply form into short sticks and wrap in paper. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact, as did other shells. And the Armstrong mixture. Armstrong's mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referred by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it as death mix. It is incredibly volatile. It's incredible screw it. It makes it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Requires red phosphorus and barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Sulfur can be substitute for some or all of the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. Wasn't right here before. Ah, shit. And I died. Let's try this again. No, there are at least 2 down here. Oh god, I hope I'm going the right way. Oh god, I really hope I'm going the right way. Oh god, there's a door, thank god. Hopefully I haven't just done a giant circle and brought myself back, which... Oh, thank god. Locked. And just because I'm enjoying throwing boots, I'll do that again. Okay, save real quick. And we're gonna go ahead and cut this off for now. Hopefully that one was done a little better than the other one. The sound is better and whatnot. And I'll come back with the rest of it. I might go ahead and just take the other video down. I'll decide about that later. But we're gonna cut this for here, and I'm gonna go take a break and grab something to eat and come back and do the rest.